can you let me know if you can hear me now? I'll talk up a little bit because we're using a different mic. We had everything set up with this ridiculously expensive piece of kit that we bought. It's a link into a link into a link into a link with a mic, and everything's changed. Softwares have changed, the iPads have changed, and yeah, it's not as easy as it was. So can somebody, as soon as you can, let me know you can hear me. That would be lovely, and then I'll carry on. Is there anything coming back? Are you here receiving me? Please tell me you are.
I've got that's better. Yes, loud and clear now.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Lisa.
Right, I'm going to do my thing now. Come on, we can get cracking. So I'm hoping, if you haven't watched it yet, do watch the rather thrilling video of me ironing. Woohoo! What jolly japes we have. Yes, and then we'll do hoovering tomorrow, a bit of dusting and polishing. Yay, hold me back. So the thing is that was to get over there's a separate little video talking about the freezer paper. I'm not going to go through that again. We've done that, and this is the very thing here, the very one that we ironed together. Oh, such fun in the living room. But I didn't iron the life out of it like I had in my previous ones. Even now, I'm learning as I'm going on as well. Look, it didn't make full contact, but where I have ironed, it stuck well. So you know when I was talking about with your iron, you're going to have to just try it out and see how long, and it's one of those little just, you know, there isn't an exact science. But that's it. But I have learned, don't iron right to the sides. You don't need to, just more to have to heat and peel off later. So we're going to work on the owl. That's ready there to work on, as you can see. I've got another owl. We've got a couple. We'll see how long. I'm thinking maybe we'll keep this to about an hour or so, this there Facebook Live. And then I've got a lovely lady. Now this one is ironed right to the side. So I'm going to do one with watercolour. I think we're going to do, well I know, you do watercolour with her. So liquid. This is where you really have to have, make sure your iron has made contact around all that, because it's watercolour. It'll seep underneath if you haven't made a full seal. Dry ink, applying with your blender, not as crucial, but with this definitely. So let's get cracking. Let's start with a nice background before we even start stamping, because that's what I would do. Start with your make a pretty background with your inks or paints, then we'll get cracking with the stamps. And the reason I want to do the watercolours first is I want to basically let this dry. I'm going to put some salt on it as well. I want to give it a little bit of interest and texture. So I'm looking in the wrong place apparently. You might as well just talk. You know you're gonna.
Sheena, can you look into the camera? Engage with your audience.
Marcel
That'd be marvellous.
was like.
Now listen, let me make an observation. There was one lady after we put up the video about doing your ironing, has responded and said, well, won't this scorch your Willow card?
No.
There,
no.
That was a nice, precise, concise
I mean,
answer.
if you were that keen and you laid it on there for about 5-10 minutes, I probably wouldn't. Don't do it.
And I think it's down to your iron as well. You just got to be sensible.
Exactly. Yeah. All irons are different, and you know what? Yeah, that's the way it is. So just try it out. But that's it. It's simple. It's shiny side down. Yeah. And it is a really simple process. So what I've got here is a beautifully sealed background. I've got some watercolours. Should we go on the overhead now?
I'm on the overhead, Sheena. I'm ahead of you. Could you put them down to the side though, to your left-hand side?
See, I'm looking there and I'm looking at me still. It doesn't. You see, when you do a TV zoom, and when I'm looking at the screen in front of me, and it's actually the monitor of what's going out live, so I can see what the director's showing. But we haven't got that facility yet. That might be some other bit of kit that we can do our heads in trying to work out next time, Maria.
Absolutely.
Such fun.
Yeah, because we've managed to sort out the audio.
Oh, not. And how much have we spent on that?
A lot of money.
So, right, can you see those now, my little watercolours?
We can, thank you very much.
They're on the wrong side because I'm right-handed, so I don't know why I put them there. If I put them there, can you still see them?
No.
Oh. Alright, well that'll be fun. Okay, so we've got that, we've got watercolours, pretty colours. I'm going to work out what kind of colours you're going to use before you're going to use them. And one way to do that is, the essential way to do it is definitely make a colour chart. And that's the way around. That represents the colours on my palette here, where they are. I've named them, that was a quick thing. But I'm going to use this beautiful blue. I think that's an ultramarine. I'm going to use that's gorgeous. And then I'm going to go down to maybe wash it out and maybe go into this yellowy orange, then a yellow, and then maybe a red, and then a green. Yeah. All right, let's just start playing. So before we do, I need a big brush. Where do I put my brushes? So huge brush. Let's use the big, massive. This is the number 20 in the Technique brushes. I need water, copious amount of, and I need to wet the card, like literally wet the card. So this is where just a bit of, light adhesion wouldn't work around the outside. It's got to be thoroughly sealed around the sides. And then I'm going to start taking some gorgeous colour and splodge it in with more water.
Wow, you're reckless.
Oh, I just don't care this afternoon, Maria. Look at me. And this is tricky, because this is where, when I've got that there, if I put a bit of a paler greeny blue there, what I'm going to get where this blue meets this yellow is green. I mean, there's no way around it. Blue and yellow is going to make green. But I can have a less obvious transition, if I don't push it too far up the card. So a bit of red, pam, pam, pam. I'm going to finish with a bit of grey or black at the bottom. I'm basing this on a card that Debbie created using a watercolour technique, and I saw it and I thought, oh, that's lovely, that would look like it was fun to do. I want to have a play at that, and I haven't had a chance to have a play at it yet, but now I am. Thank you very much. I'm going to put a bit more blue at the top, and a bit darker. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, actually I want more red. Orange, I've got a gorgeous orange here. Yeah, that's it. Right, more fiery colour there.
Sheena, can we say hello to our lovely friends across the pond in America?
Sure. Hey there, hi, and hello. That was me.
Was that your American accent?
For sure, totally, for sure. Actually, that's the only thing I did come away with 3.5 years living in California. That was the only thing at the time in the 80s, Valley Gold girl. Totally, for sure. Yeah, that was it. So apologies to anybody there. You should hear all the accents I make a mess of in the UK. Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm putting salt on there. Bit of lovely, doesn't have to be the pink Himalayan salt, but that's what I had in hand.
Is it Himalayan or Himalayan?
Himalayan. Tomato, potato. So yeah, I'm going to leave that. That can dry. Let's leave that and get all colourful. When you're doing the salt technique, you have to leave it for a bit. You can't, not one of those techniques that you can hurry, like love, as the Supremes would say. You just can't hurry love. And watercolour salt technique.
You can't hurry love.
There you go, there's Diana.
No, you've just got to wait.
There you are. And you watch it, it's in the song. There,
actually, we've got Sherry baby on the line.
Yeah. Well, hi Sherry. So, right now, so what we're going to do, let's make a lovely, colourful background on this one. I've got a few different backgrounds I made during the shows, and I think I'm going to base it on this here. I like that. I like those colours, they're pretty.
Massive high five to Sharon Gibbs, who's got up early from California to watch you.
Fantastic.
Yay!
What part of California are you in? Because I lived in Irvine, and then my favourite place to visit would be, had friends in Laguna Beach. Love Laguna Beach. Yeah. Fabulous, thank you very much.
Laguna Beach, that sounds lovely.
It is lovely.
Yeah.
Very arty, fabulous arty community. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm picking out my distress inks this time. I'm going to go for some chipped sapphire, one of my all-time favourites. Love a bit of chipped sapphire. Very dark, gorgeous, purpley kind of tone blue. I want some purple, and I'm thinking of going with maybe a bit of shaded lilac in there. And maybe, you know what, a bit of pink in there. Why not? Let's go a bit of that. Look at my little baby one. Let's do picked raspberry. That's stronger. And then I'm going to go to maybe peacock feathers. And then I'm going to go back to chipped sapphire. Thank you very much. I think that should do it. Now, a lady was saying, can you explain blending on the card with the blending solution tools? And yes, I can. And she was finding it difficult. Right, so the first essential thing to mention is, where do I put my blending tools? Right there, thank you very much, got them here. My blending tools. I've got a whole box of them here and more. I keep collecting them. whenever you see these on special, if they're decent ones like mine, every now and again they come on sale. Don't miss them, just buy them. Buy as many as you can get, put them in your basket if they're on a ridiculously stupid price, because you're going to use them, you're going to need them. And any little dauber things you've got, whoever they are, just keep collecting them, because they make things easier when you come to use them. And I wash them, they get a little bit stained, but it doesn't matter, because, you know, it doesn't matter. Like that one slightly, look, it's got a little stain on it, that's fine. So that's going to be my chipped sapphire, and then I'm probably just going to use that one, and then, yeah, that's about as clean as I'm going to get with it. Maybe use 3 at the minute. But what I was going to say is, the essential thing is, for the lady who was asking about blending, is the card. You need a good, it doesn't matter how good you are, if you're like black belt ink blender, you've done it for years, you've been doing this since Distress Inks came out, for example, because, you know, there's all great dye-based blendable inks out there now, but it all started with the old Distress Inks, and many years ago, including my inks, lovely blendable inks there. Thanks to Ranger and the Tim Holtz Distress Inks, that was where it all started. And years ago, I was lucky enough to go to Ranger and learn just after they started, after they came out with it, you know, why you're using the cut and dry foam at the time, and why you're using non-stick matte, and it all makes sense when you know the full story, and that's what I like, to be able to give you the full story. And so what I was going to say is the essential thing is the card. You need a good card. And it needs to be a card that is decent heavyweight, but it also wants to be low chalk content. And the other thing is, if it's grabbing, you can't see the chalk, right? So this is my little thing that that what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a little bit, and also you can spend more time, you can blend it and it looks lovely, but just for speed, and including the speed that I want to get on with it now, I'm using a little bit of glycerin. So if I'm thinking, oh, that could be smoother than that, Douglas, pop a little bit of glycerin on, pick up your ink, and then go over, and you'll be amazed at how much easier and smoother and lovely that becomes. Look at how much smoother that is.
Yeah,
it's
better.
So intense, isn't it? Well, that's the trick, Maria. That's it. Glycerin.
Glycerin is your friend.
Glycerin is your friend, and you know you can get it across the pond as well. You're going to need to go to like a drugstore somewhere to get your glycerin, and that would work lovely for you. So what I'm going to do, pop that on there.
Kath is asking,
yeah,
how can you tell if a card has low content?
You
I
can't.
would answer, yeah, well you can, Sheena.
Low chalk content.
Yes.
Well,
you just buy Willow card.
well, exactly, just buy a Willow card. That's what it's always monitored. We're always checking it. We get it from the same source every time, and that's important. You know, sometimes when companies order card and things, and this is just fact, this has happened to a company I used to work with a long time ago, had this card in the warehouse. It was a fabulous card. It was just perfect for what we wanted it to do. It was it blended perfectly. It did everything you asked it to do for this technique. And then so it was all a case of order more, get more, all you can. We love this, we need it, get more. Got more. It was horrific, but because the specification was the same, but it had come from a different mill, and this mill just happened to use more chalk in the formulation of the card, and it was a nightmare. So believe me, from the other side of the fence, the side of the fence that supply these things, card is one of the toughest ones to get to you and consistently, because suppliers don't get how essential the things that they don't really understand are to us crafters and inkers and paper crafters. Can you see the difference in that now, Maria? Look at that.
Yes,
That little bit of glycerin is absolutely your friend. If you've got the card that isn't doing for you what it could be doing for you, get some bit of glycerin on that, and even then it just still helps. It makes it quicker. It just quickens up the process. So we've got a really nice blend there with that background. Now what I'm going to do, we'll come back to that. I'm going to dry it in a minute, but that's basically ready to start playing with. But what I'm going to do is, before bleaching and things, it looks dark right now, but it not going to stay all that dark all the time. Well, you're asking me then, Maria. Someone asking a question?
No, I just want to say hello to Hermione in the Netherlands.
Oh, fab.
And respect to Hermione, her work's lovely that she puts on the
Oh, is that
inkets.
Hermione?
Hermione, the Hermione, yes.
Hermione, I am a massive fan of you, and I still remember when I met you a few years ago now, when I was in Holland, and I was made up to meet you then. You absolutely amazingly talented crafter.
Speak a bit of Dutch to us there, Sheena.
Well, I did, yeah, I did learn some. Dank u wel. That was my Dutch, so thank you.
Yeah.
And there was another thing that ladies were walking past and going, oh, my. And they kept talking to them, my. I was thinking, oh, what's this my? What does it mean? What's the my? Fortunately, it means beautiful. So, yeah.
What about Shrinky Dinky?
Oh, Crimpy Dinky.
Crimpy Dinky, that was it.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Yeah, I'm going to try this, right? So you may not hear me for a bit, but look upon its beauty. What I might do to make things a bit quicker, can you see how this is all kind of marbled and gone all kind of really, really cool? I'm just for speed, I could leave this longer and it would be better, but I just want to move on, and we'll make a couple of cards at the same time. So, yeah, I'm kind of reluctant to do this, but just so that I can, as I said, move on and we can get a little bit more done, I am going to just carefully wake some of this moisture up best I can. Again, like I say, I'd rather not, but I want to move on with it.
I'm going to try and force dry it a little bit.
I am going to force, because it's done, it's reacted nicely, it's reacted a lot there, so I'm happy with that. I've got some pattern and shape in there. So this is a little bit, we should have some of that elevator music in the background. In the back, you know, really the vision on.
Ding, 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 ding.
We went too low there.
Yeah.
Well, like Cleo Lane and Johnny Dankworth.
I should say at this convenient juncture, Sheena, that the Craft Award nominations are out.
No.
I think our lovely Debbie, head of design team, has offered opportunity, if you wish to, of course, to vote for our lovely Sheena.
Oh, bless
and you'll find that link, I think, on either this page or on the Inkets page. If you feel so disposed, please do vote for the lovely Sheena.
Oh, bless you. Thank you. Yeah, that would be appreciated, but you know.
I'm not going to.
Yeah, I didn't think you would.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think you would.
No. Willow might.
Well, she wants any more treats.
Because she loves her mummy.
She loves her mummy. She loves her mummy more when mummy gives her treats. Yeah. Oh,
keep the singing up, says Enid. Hi, Enid.
All right, what do you want? Instrumentals. You know, I was
Enid, give us one.
60s instrumentals. I think we should do.
60s instrumentals.
That's my holding music in my head.
Yeah, it is. That's your elevator music, isn't it? I wouldn't like to be in that elevator. It sounds like it's going very fast to me.
Baby Elephant Walk, it's called.
All right.
Yeah. It's a good one, isn't it?
Karen says she's going to vote. Thank you, Karen Sonnenberg.
Thank you, Karen.
Big shout out.
Come
on, Enid. What are we going to sing for you?
Yeah, go on. Give us a song. Give us a.
One singer, one song, or as it is at this end, two singers.
Two singers, yeah. Yeah, now and again, two wrong notes merge and make it.
Oh, we've had a question.
Oh, have we?
Is the glycerin a liquid?
Yes, it is. It's a viscous liquid.
Over here, it's a creamy substance. No.
Right, we need to get some kind of like.
It's a clear, thick kind of see-through jelly. It's a vegetable glycerin you need.
It's a natural product, and it comes in a bottle. It's just glycerin. A chemist, and if you ask for glycerin, a bit ago I did research this and I found out where it was. I'll get onto the internet, and I'll have a look and see where you can purchase this glycerin. Anyone across the pond who has glycerin, maybe you can tell this lady where to get it, because it is just it's a raw substance. It's nothing, and it's something that they add to hand creams, to cough mixtures, all kinds of cooking. They add it for icing and things like that. You get food grade glycerin. Yeah. All right. So
Enid would like. Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Oh, I do like to be beside the sea. Beside the seaside, beside the sea. Yep.
There you are. Rah.
Rah.
Right, so what I did then is I rubbed off the salt. So that's gone. Now here's another thing. Doesn't mean we've got to stick it that far. I think I want a bit more intensity. I want more blue in our hair. I want a bit more grey in there. Well, let's do it because we can. You're allowed to mix and match. Mix your mediums. We'll pop a bit more sapphire there. So when you get the randomness, the lovely random factor of your watercolours, but you think, I would pop a colour there, I want a bit more there, or I wanted that, like I say, the foreground a little bit darker. Just do it. Just get your blending tools out, get your inks out, and as long as, this is important, as long as it needs me.
Yeah.
Oh yes, there I
Oliver.
Come to us,
Oliver.
I am reviewing
the situation.
As I'm going, I'm constantly reviewing the situation. So what I'm doing is, you want to come and stay in our house? It's crazy.
Yeah. It's not a normal place to be.
It's not, but we're happy, aren't we?
Yes.
So you know what I love? This looks like trees and minerals, and I'm liking that.
I'm liking it too, Sheeny.
Thank you. Wow. And the thing is, with the salt and watercolour, a lot of it's like, luck. The secret is have it wet enough, put the salt on soon enough, and let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. I tell you what, I've seen Paul
that was
McCartney.
out of tune.
It was so flat.
You've started low.
It was so low. But if you've ever seen McCartney in concert, and I've seen a few times, it goes on for quite a while. And he insists you keep going for like 3 hours later.
Mm-hmm.
Still singing Let It Be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, Pauline Straker, I believe she's across the pond in America, and she told us a little while ago, oh, that's loud, that you can get your glycerin in the chemist.
Yeah.
Our lovely Amanda has said that she got her glycerin in the supermarket in the cake aisle.
In the cake aisle? What a lovely aisle to be. I congratulate you, and I'm already, you've lost me now. You
see you in the cake aisle sometime soon, Amanda.
Yeah.
Food, glorious food.
Lots of... We're really talking about lyrics on some of these. I'm usually the lyric queen. So what I've done is I've picked out large tree. It's going to go there.
Hi, Anna. Anna's in Portugal.
Going to put some mountains there. Tree and a mountain. And some birds, and it doesn't need much else up. I'm not going to put the birds on yet. And eyes, I'm going to show you that. So, don't take anything off yet, because this is going to mask everything for you. I'm contemplating. There you are. I was reviewing
the situation.
But then
now,
I found it.
Let me ask this, because this is important. Kath has said, yes, you can get it in the supermarket, glycerin this is, but it's much cheaper in Boots and a much bigger bottle. But more to the point.
Yeah.
Kath Gorton,
Is
it your birthday today? I've got a funny feeling it might be, and if it isn't, it was yesterday.
Right.
Happy birthday to you.
In the style of Mrs. Miller.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Karen. Happy birthday to you, Kath.
Wasn't that lovely?
That was lovely. I'm sure she appreciated
From the heart. I'm sure she did.
Yeah. Right, back to your crafting.
Yeah, well, I'm just doing stuff as you're talking. I've anchored down my thing. I've got mountains. Colorado, Rocky Mountain High. I've seen it in Fire in the Sky, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Climb every mountain.
Which bit of John Denver there? Were you doing Mother Superior? Oh, you can't compete with her. It's bad enough with Julie, but full operatics to you.
Song, blue, everybody knows you.
I thought you were going to do, yeah. All right. So we've got mountains there.
That was Enid's fault.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, Enid, man, don't encourage her. So I'm going to put a tree here, but I'm not going to ink the whole tree. I'm going to pop it there, I think, about there. But I'm going to deliberately not. You know, I could mask that, couldn't I? I'll put a bit of tape over it.
Okay.
Yeah. Just
Get
thinking
you.
that there. Yeah, just a bit, just to cover that. Just.
Enid wants I'm a Believer. This is Enid's playlist today that we're singing
I thought
here.
love was only true in fairy tales, meant for someone else, but not for me. Love was out to get me, that's the way it seemed. Disappointment haunted all my days.
And then I saw her face. Well, I'm a believer.
That's a good one.
Not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried.
There you are.
There you go. You're
Yeah, I
doing
don't
well
know
today, Enid, isn't
I
she?
don't
That's
know
about
that
4
one.
for Enid.
Yeah. Come on, Enid.
Come on, Enid.
Oh, I swear. Right, I'm just going to keep inking.
Right.
Any good black water-resistant ink? I'm just using this one because I don't think my jet. That's a Wings song. You wouldn't know that one, would you?
No, I wasn't really into Wings.
Yeah, it's not in stock. There was all I wanted to say about that.
What, your jet ink?
Jet ink, yeah.
Right, can you tell me an example, please, of water, what did you call it, ink? Resistant ink.
Water resistant. Well, you can use Versafine.
Yeah.
Versafine's a great one.
Thank you.
That's my go-to.
Go-to.
You could use
Versafine.
stays on. I'm thinking that tree should have been a little bit further over. I wonder if I should do a double tree. Let's try and stamp it again. Might totally ruin this, but let's do it.
Christine says she loved those inks, and are they coming back for sale?
Yes, they are. There should be one of those things that we'll just keep getting. So that's the plan. So yeah, keep looking, and they should be back. Hopefully. Oh, look, see what I'm doing. See, look. I'm going to have to be careful of that. I've pulled up the masking.
Uh-oh.
Did you see what I did?
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's not.
Christine's
really.
asking what ink? Versafine, Christine. Water-resistant ink.
I'm totally just like winging this on the where I'm stamping it, kind of thing, as you can clearly see, just to get a bit more interest in the background. I could have used the other trees, but I'll use them on the other one. Yeah, that'll do. I don't actually mind the fact that it's a little bit paler because it looks like it's a bit more distant. But if I want to ink it up a bit more, I can and shall.
Thank you, our Tracy Dawkins. High five.
Hi, Tracy. Miss you, Tracy.
Yeah, every day.
Honey, come back.
I just can't stand. Each lonely day's a little bit longer than the last time you made a card. Seems like 100 years ago.
Yeah, that's sad, isn't it? Yeah. Right, so what I'm looking for is my eye, because we're going to put an eye in the mix, and there's actually an eye there. So what you want to do is try and position it and work out roughly where, look, try and line it up with the eyelashes a little bit lower down, and imagine where I'm thinking I might put maybe about there. Let's try there. And did I do lips on this one? I may not have done lips. Let me have a look. No, I don't think I did, but that's fine. We'll do that there. Okay, we'll put an eye there, and use that black again. Now, this is up to you. You can use it really dark if you want. You can use it pale if you want, just to have a suggestion. But let's make it look like she's just been to the salon. Yeah, now she got an eye.
I've got the feeling Enid likes Rod Stewart.
All right, what was
She wants Maggie May or Sailing.
Oh, wake up, Maggie,
I think I got something to say to you. There's
it's
one.
late September and I really should be back at school. There you are. Is that enough?
That's be enough of that one.
Yeah. Right.
Enid, you're supposed to be concentrating. There will be a test at the end of this video.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, all the songs are going to sound so much better when you listen to them again after this. You go, oh yeah, that's actually better.
Enid, concentrate. Stop it.
So, I've got that there. What we can do is we are going to take this little bit of masking off here. You know what I could do if that happened and I think, I want to crack on and I don't want to, I could get me iron out and iron that down again.
Do you know what? I was going to just ask you that.
But I'm not going to because it's not in the room.
Because you're a pro.
Exactly, what can I say? So then what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to take some black soot and I'm going to splodge it, and you can't splodge it, see it because I'm splodging it on the white bit of my mat here, because if I put it on the black bit of my mat, you won't see it. Could be black watercolour, could be black ink. I might go to black watercolour because that may not be strong enough, this black soot. And I'm going to block in some of this foliage. I want it to look solid.
So can I just ask, because this is something as a non-crafter really, or a not very experienced crafter, I really get mixed up with my inks.
Yes.
So Versafine, water resistant, permanent ink, got that.
Yes.
That's what you stamped with.
Yes.
Now, what are you colouring in with, apart from what you called it?
Black soot distress ink.
Yeah, but what is that?
It's a water-soluble
right.
dye-based ink. Okay. So if you think of any of the dye-based water-soluble inks that are out there that you blend, that you put on with your blender, that you can spritz, that you can colour with, they're the blendable dye-based inks. You can use a pigment ink as long as it's water-based too, and just splodge them. You can see how much better that's looking there, much more solid. Mm-hmm. That makes sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Yeah, inks can be so confusing because sometimes they just what they are is hidden. You've got the manufacturer's fancy name for them, and then you go, what's all this? Just tell me what it is I'm using, I'll understand then. Just tell me because there's only so many variations anybody can do and come up with. And case in point, here's the thing. So Maria and I we were out shopping for something completely unrelated and come across this fabulous, we'll have to show the project, show a picture at some point, school desk, an old Victorian, what they call a slider desk. And we got it for a pretty good price, but we wanted to clean it up but not spoil its beauty. It's got like names in there, and it's got all the kids that have sat there have had some kind of little made their mark at some point. Not horrifically so, but that's what you want, is the charm and the beauty of it. And Maria bought something that said it was a wax in a tin. And I had a wax in a tin? What? Hello? I've never heard this likes of it. And so she put it on, used it, did you not, Maria? Mm-hmm. Like if you've ever done Court and Crystal, the Johnson's floor wax, they call it. It's acrylic. How on earth can it be a blinking wax? A wax is an oil, it's a wax. It's a thing. And she tried it and she used it, and it was not. It was just a wood stain, an acrylic-based wood stain. And that got me a little bit miffed, did it not, Maria? Yeah. Because that is annoying, because it's if you know what you're using, you'll understand the effect and the finish you're going to get. If you just tell us what it is and don't give it a crazy name that isn't actually, just say it's acrylic based. I should have gone in the shop with her, because I probably would have spotted that. Because it's, if you know paint and one thing's very much like another, and you spot the trends and you get to know what you're using after a while, it's like everything.
It's gone on looking like a paint as well, and not like a wax. So at some point, I'm going to have to strip it down and do it again.
It's not horrible. It hasn't ruined it, but it could be so much better.
Yes, I agree.
If it hadn't.
Reluctantly.
Yeah, you did. But
3 days it took me. Don't feel sorry for me in any shape or form.
No, it does still look lovely. It still looks amazing, and we love it. And
I have lost sleep over it, though.
Crafting desk, because it's got that big, that deep lid that you can put your stuff in it, your pencils and stuff like that. So yeah, we love it. I really do.
Sheena?
Yes, Maria?
Marge Brown, hi Marge, would like to know, are you doing any more stamp and stencil sets?
Oh, well, funny you should say that. Imagine if there was a Christmas themed one. Would you like that, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen. That was me, Frankie Howard. Did you remember?
Yeah, it did sound like it.
Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Frankie Howard, Francis.
So if there were to be another set that was Christmas themed,
yes, when
might one expect to see that coming out?
Oh, that would be, I want to say next month.
Oh!
Hello. Well, the thing is, this is one of those things that you have embraced, and I've got to say, the measure of any good release any good ideas I've ever had or come up with is the resulting amazing projects that come back from you guys. And the stuff that's come back from you guys has been off the charts. This stuff.
I've been making some fab stuff.
Amazing. So we've got this sorted here now. We're going to put some birds on there, but I need to get this background off first. So to do that, this is already lifted here. Now this is where it gets a bit tricky, because I did iron it right to the blinking corner, look. What you're going to do is you're going to heat it, and you're going to remove bits at a time. Now the other thing is you could get your iron and iron it off and then remove it, but I'm going to do that this time. This is the way to do it.
This is your cue, Enid, to give us some more songs.
Yeah, we could sing. This is right. If not, we can just the heat is on. The heat
on the
is
piece.
On. What about any more? Hot in the city tonight. See, I'm like a Spotify playlist, aren't I?
You are really. So what should we sing whilst we can drown out the sound of your heat gun? Do you know what I can't see on the screen is, you know, the hearts and the flurries and all of that you normally see. Yeah, I can't see them.
Come on, guys. Feel us, share the love. I'm hoping, well, because it looks rubbish in a minute. Well, this is the fun bit. This is the best bit of the whole thing, because you don't know what you've got until you remove this, and then you go, wow, who would have thunk it?
Now, Marge Brown says, ooh, fab. Looking forward to seeing those. And hi from Newcastle.
Oh, lovely. Champion. How's everything up there, Pet?
So she's probably called Marge Brune.
Brune. Well, I've been teaching Maria the odd bit of a Geordie. It's like the reverse My Fair Lady thing. I'm like Colonel Pickering, but in a Geordie fashion. So instead of the rain, it's the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. That's it. And if you put a pet or man on the end, it gets away with everything. A lot of stuff. So yeah, so I have been that look, isn't that pretty? It's like that.
That's very pretty, Sheena.
So I've got it a bit grubby with my hands because I've got ink all over, but that's me. But you wouldn't do that. But so, and the other thing is, if you've got a little bit where it has escaped, that's not bad at all. And that, I have to say, that was done when we launched the shows, which has been what, 2-3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So you can leave your freezer paper on there as long as you want. It's not going to harm anything. So what then you can do is get your little birds. See, I was my friend in America took ages trying to teach me how to say bird, because in Geordie fashion it's just bird, but bird apparently. But you can put your little flying birds on there. You can put your little butterfly. You can put whatever. But that's the technique, and I'm hoping that you're like, oh, one little thing to show you. I would get your maybe a black, maybe the paint with this one, and get your very fine, super fine brush, and get a little bit of that black, and you can, maybe I've got blue there. Let me see, where's my colour chart? Not black. That's what I'm looking. Black is black. I want my baby back.
Grey is grey.
Yeah.
Since you went away.
Ooh, what can I do, Maria?
I don't know, but I.
You feeling
I'm
blue?
feeling blue, yeah.
Oh. So what you can do is just do a little, where this other bit is.
We're giving her big lashes now.
Yeah.
Falsies.
Because she's got that on the thing. I gave it the indication of lashes there, but if you want to make it look a bit more realistic, you can just pop those little lashes there. So have we got anybody feeling the love for that one? Other things you can do if you want, you can put some snow on there, use your white gouache before you removed it. You can put, but that's a watercolour. That's how you can use watercolour with the salt and the texture and everything. And see, I full bleached the mountains. I put some darker on part of it, made the trees look solid.
Perfect.
Perfect. Shall we do it now?
Yeah, let's.
Okay, let's do the. Come on, here it is. Hello, there he is.
So can I just say that I've been uploading loads of videos from Sheena's previous Facebook Lives onto the Sheena Douglass channel on YouTube. So there is hours and hours of fantastic tuition from our Sheena on there. So hop over onto YouTube if you're feeling bored God forbid, if we go back to lockdown, crikey.
Yeah, no, that's not.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed, all be sensible. No sudden moves, and don't be daft, as we would say up north. Just don't be daft.
Don't overdo the hugging.
Yeah, no, yeah. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to trim this down a little bit because I want this to fit. It doesn't matter, but I want this to, I want to be able to take this onto my load and fold to stamp. So I just realised I need to trim some of this off. Oh, I've got loads of space there, look. I'm just literally cut this away. So all of that, and you know, I'm not going to go outside that area. So this, all of this here is what I didn't iron this time, which makes more sense. Hello, thank you for that, Diane.
So Sherry's been having a little look on YouTube. She says thank you, and you're most welcome.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll get more stuff done, and we'll just keep you know, mixing it up while we can. We've had lots of shows and stuff lately, and lots going on really with other stuff, things in the background, exciting stuff going on.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Sherry's got not Sherry, sorry Sherry. Enid has got a second jab on Saturday.
Oh, fantastic!
I got mine on Thursday, Enid.
Yeah.
And then I'll be fully vaccinated. You're fully vaccinated, aren't you?
I am. Just got mine a few days ago, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm perfectly fine. Absolutely fine. Yeah, all good. So eventually, once we get the parents all safe and everything, we can be out and about and back and
That's
amongst
it.
people.
Yeah, coffee and a cake.
Coffee and a cake, lovely. So I'm just anchoring this down again, just because I want this to hold that in place while I stamp it. And I've got the mountains. I love those mountains because the mountains give it some perspective. Oh, that'd be
Mr. Amazon.
Yeah, Mr. Amazon.
Yeah.
I wonder how they know where to come. So I've got some mountains there, just like that there. Let's pop them there.
Sheila says she loves your work, but she's yet to attempt these stencils.
Well, do it. That's it. Carpe diem. Do it. Grr, come on.
You can do it. Just follow this tutorial and it'll be blinding.
What, honestly, this I wasn't aware of anything. You know, usually you can have a look and there's somebody done something out there, and there isn't much at all of people using this technique. Nobody's using it like this. I've seen, I saw one or two little videos of people using a tiny little bit that they die cut with freezer paper to use as a mask, but not in such a big full-on way like this, and combined with the stamps, it's just a great thing. So, you know, once you get your freezer paper, you can do this with anything. You can use what you've got, use your stamps you've got, and mix it up. You know, just go for it. And all my stamps, all the outdoor, the perspective stamps and everything, they're all going to work brilliantly inside these apertures. You're going to have such good fun, such fun. So we've got that there. These trees as well. Silhouettes are a treat. Silhouettes. Sounded like Bert then. Silhouettes. Oh, now that's silhouette anyway. Oh, blimey, Mary Poppins. That was not the best Cockney accent ever, was it?
No, not really.
So I'm going to stamp this here. I'm going to make it. I want to cover the base of the mountains a little bit. So about there, and obviously I'm going to have to go across because it doesn't complete that. And I want the distance to be a bit lighter than the foreground. So, and also keep it parallel. You don't want them going like slope down if the mountains are one way. So we'll pop that there. And this is where you make the choice. Do you do it? Do you do black? Do you do a grey? Do you do a paler blue? Do you do a paler? Let's just try a chip sapphire in the background. Well, there's greens as well. There's that pine one as well. Where's the pine colour? Did I have the evergreen? What's been Barbara then? Another one you shouldn't mess with. There you are.
Can't remember how it starts now.
Love soft as an easy chair.
Oh, that's it, yeah. That's the one.
Oh,
the very one for me.
I was obsessed with Babs when I was younger. I even went and had a picture taken outside where she lived in Hollywood. With, just a letterbox. It was as close as that. Sadly, know the dialogue to most of the films. As you know, Maria.
I know.
I'm that sad, aren't I?
Yeah. It's true.
It is true.
Lillian says that she's loving the Crafters Academy on YouTube.
Oh, brilliant.
Thank you,
That's
Lillian.
thanks to Maria uploading everything there. So we've got some pale pale trees in the background. I want them to be darker. I might want them to be a little bit less green as well, so you can always overstamp with a little bit of black soot. Darkening down. This black soot's nearly out of ink, to be honest. So yeah, it's just darken them down, muted them down a little bit. And that's what I wanted, because they're distant, and then I want them to, actually I need to match that up just a little bit. There, you know what? Let's just make this much quicker. Whether you can see it or not, I'm inking it up, a little bit of green, a little bit of black, and just because I can, I'm going to just put that in there, and fill that in there. That'll do. Champion. Job's a good one. Alright, so we're going to go a bit darker as we go forward now. And let's do blue next time. Let's do some chipped sapphire. So let's pop this further there like that. I'm going to end up with black in the foreground. Okay, so a bit of chipped sapphire there. Abouts. These are such good fun. I mean, just really just keep playing. And I know some of you are still waiting to get yours, so hopefully this has helped. And those of you who got them, and some of you really don't need theirs seriously, what I've seen. You need to be teaching me a thing or two with these, just saying. Stunning work. Absolutely beautiful. So, stamp that there. So
Carol's got her freezer paper on standby and waiting for her stamps to arrive.
Oh, hey, fantastic. Oh, you're gonna really, yeah, just get the freezer paper at least, and then you can you're good to start ASAP, aren't you?
What stamps are you using, please, Sheena, from Pauline?
Stamps. They're the stamps that come with the kit. They're the 2E5 stamps. I can't even remember what I called them. I'm really sorry. I'm hopeless. But they're the stamps that came with the set. If you look on, I don't know if they've got any. I know they had a few back in stock. I don't know if they've still got them in stock. We were hoping to bring them back to you show-wise, but I haven't heard any more updates on that. We asked the question, and if we can, I absolutely am happy to. But we just have to wait and see if they can get it in schedule.
Yeah, we have asked, yeah. And they have said yes, but it's trying to get it on the schedule, as you say, for the TVs. But as we said, there's some more coming. Oh, there might be some more coming out, Sheena, with a Christmas theme.
Might be. You didn't hear from us. You haven't seen me.
No. We said nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to pop that there like that. Link it up again. This is so. You can hardly see. It's just giving the impression of tree, so don't think this has to be perfect. It doesn't. Far from it. That'll do. Lovely. It's going to look great when you take the mask away. Trust me. So then what we can do is you can put the owl's face in. Did you know there's an owl's face as well, Maria? We have an owl's face, yeah. Shall we do it?
Can I just say, if you didn't have a paler black ink, could you do like a second generation stamp for the mountains in the background?
Absolutely could, Maria. So if you want to put the owl's face in, there's actually an owl's face with that. And you can just pop them. Like, the thing is with an owl's face, it's the head's huge, isn't it? So don't put it down here somewhere. Look at where the sort of about there. Let's say he's going to be about there. All right.
He looks like he's wearing those old aviation goggles.
Well, you could make him steampunk. You could do that. Chunks away. Right. What I'm going to do. I'm going to use a paler colour. Maybe try sable. I just don't want it to look really strong on there. I want it to look like a bit of an impression.
A blind owl.
Yeah, well, just no, like an ethereal nod to the owl's face. Ruin it, and she's got to ruin it.
Hi, Peggy in Georgia.
Right, yay,
good
Peggy.
to see you.
See what I have to put up with, Peggy? I had an Auntie Peggy, and she was lovely. Yeah, the Auntie Peggy. Right, so right. I'm looking for the eagle. Fly like an eagle. Right, there's a couple of sizes, and I'm going to use the smaller size eagle. There's different sizes, so it's up to you how you want. You could put the bigger one in. The bigger one might. Just try it. Right, get them out there. Give them a try. See what you think. If you like it, go with it. He could be flying across there, couldn't he? Across the mountains. Oh, there. I don't want it to be too centred and contrived. Yeah, let's put the big one in. Let's do that. Let's go for it. Right, he's going to go there, and he's going to be stamped in black again in that. Here.
Well, thank you, Peggy. Peggy says she's loving your stencils.
Thank you. Oh, you know what? Do you want a sneaky peek of the shows that I've got tomorrow?
Oh,
I want to do this.
yeah.
I've got some amazing samples again. From
Does
the
that
team.
involve me having to move?
It does. I just realised they're down there, aren't they?
Yeah.
I've got them. I have to tidy up, and this is why I've brought it forward, because I need to clear everything, this lot out, and then get everything set up for tomorrow.
It's hectic, folks.
Yay! It's all happening. So what I'm going to do as well, this is where you can bring a little bit of texture in if you want. There's different twiggy bits and leafy bits that you can put in the mix if you want. There's it's finding them out. Hang on, where did I just see it? Yeah, there's this leafy bit here we can put in, like these leaves. If you want to bring them over to make it look like there's a branch or something going on over here, you could do that. If you want to make it look more wintry, you could put the twiggy bits in the side. Twiggy bits here.
We've got Tom McCormick in the house. Hi, Tom.
McCormick. How you doing, matey? He's a good one, as Tom, isn't he?
He is.
He's a good one. Right, so what I'm going to do, actually, to do this, I'm going to take this off here, and I'm just going to stamp them, without the block.
Oh, you're reckless.
Right. I know. I'm all kinds of like daring, aren't I, today?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to use that. I'm going to look for my ink again.
Peggy says, what type of ink is the background, please?
It's Distress ink I've used, and it's just a dye-based blendable ink. That's all you kind of need to know. I'm singing, I don't know much. That's all I need to know. Is it Anna Lennox?
Yeah.
I don't know much. I know
I love you.
That one. We could get sued with that one.
Yeah. No, I don't think we will, because
No,
nobody would have
nothing.
recognised it
It
from what we just did.
Perfectly safe. Yeah. Right, so we'll just keep going like that, maybe a little bit down there. So we've got the impression of some, look at the black marks. Good thing I haven't taken the mask away yet, eh?
Look at the state of your fingers. Now just show the people what happens when you don't use the block. Who's a naughty girl?
Me. But the worst of it is I have got a splodge on me thing, the eagle. You know those pigeons that keep flying over our glass roof?
Yeah.
It looks like he's doing what the pigeons do on our glass roof, Maria.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to be any more graphic than that.
No.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Oh, I better use a baby wiper.
Yeah.
Lad, I'll tell you about the pigeons. Last year, Mr. and Mrs. Pigeon loved each other very much, didn't they?
Over and over again.
Oh, constantly.
And now we've got 11 pigeons in our tree.
Yeah, every time I look out the window, let's get on. Pigeon world. Isn't it? Oh, he was strutting his stuff every 5 blinking minutes. I was like, I'm telling you where to go, Peg.
And back to crafting,
Anyway,
Sheena.
now we've got about 15 pigeons. Just saying. I'm happy. God knows how many we'll have next year. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start faux bleaching. Oh, tell you what, let's do a bit of faux bleaching, make it look a bit snowy. So we'll get some brush and we'll tap like that. Just tap. Now this is where you want taps, you don't want splashes, because then it looks like meteorites.
So it's just nice clean water, right?
It's clean, well, it's water at one
Cleanish.
point, yeah. And then it's one of those things when you don't know how long to leave it, just give it a try and see, yeah. But that's again your dye-based ink, and I think this makes a good natural snowy kind of look, because it looks more authentic when you've got paler, more ethereal, distant looking drops than harsher white foreground drops. Alright, so yeah, we'll try it there. Alright, so that's good. We've got some texture going on there. Then I want some gouache. I can't find my gouache. I've got gouache everywhere. Let's just see that one. This one was separated. This is not my gouache. This is a different gouache, but I can't find. So gouache is a opaque watercolour, in case anybody's wondering. But it's great for highlighting, for snow effects, for things like that. A lot of watercolour artists, even though you're not supposed to technically use white other than the white of the cards, they do, you know, and it's fine, you know, it's all good. Oh. What I say, but I didn't want to meet.
That's a meteorite, yeah, definitely.
It wasn't wet enough, was it?
No. Shooting star.
Yeah, we should polish. There you go. Right.
Alien craft.
And also, this is where you wear glasses. Stand back. Oh, I just felt it hit me glasses, and I think I got a bit in my mouth.
I can also... Were you going to go out to dinner in that blouse tonight?
No.
Because it's got white all over it now.
Yeah, well.
And you've got it up your chest and everywhere.
It's everywhere. Yeah, wait to see the room. You're going to be all kinds of happy. Right, we'll put a bit more on. If you want bigger dots, just make it a bit wetter. This is where the quality of your gouache will show. If it's not very opaque, the more you dilute it, the less you're going to get dots on it. Right, I'm going to stop that now because I can feel it everywhere.
Yes, I can see it everywhere.
Can you?
Uh-huh.
All right then. Right, so we're not done. We're going to full bleach. I'm going to dry that a little bit quickly. So dry really quickly. And
Quick, Enid, what are we going to sing while drying out this thing?
Sheena Brand out with our playlist.
I think so, yeah. I think she's nodded off, actually. Enid?
Enid.
Enid! Calling Enid!
Enid!
Wake up, little Enid, wake up!
Yeah, there's no escaping it. You can't. It's one of those things you start, you've got to see it through. Yeah.
Julia, who's in Durham, can't hear a thing because she's got a hailstorm coming down on a conservatory roof.
I'm gonna leave
old Durham town.
I start to go.
I'm gonna leave old Durham town. I'm gonna leave old Durham town. And my leaving's gonna get me down. I was low, Sheena. How low can you go?
And Roger's whistling. We're not going to try that either, are we? Roger, where'd he go with his whistling? You can't whistle like Roger, can you?
Enid said she's running scared. Oh dear. Enid, you're cracking me up today. What are you doing now, Sheena?
Baby, we were born to run.
Back to crafting. What are you doing?
I'm for bleaching, Maria. I'm taking a bit of light out of these mountains.
That's just clean water then, right?
Colorado, Rocky Mountain High, yeah. Getting a bit of bleach going on. Just makes them then lift. See, boom, you got to lift. We could, if you wanted to lift the eyes a little bit. We've lost them just about completely, to be honest. Yeah, it's kind of out there. Probably best to put a moon there. Maybe we'll put a moon there.
From what I can see, it looks like he's got cataracts.
Yeah, it's not good, is it?
No.
But we'll just do a circle like that. It looks a bit like...
You can make him blind in one eye. Well, I'm really starting to feel for this.
Bill Sykes, we're back to Oliver and Bill Sykes, he's Bullseye the Owl.
So you're going to do a moon, but you're not going to be able to take that eye away, are you?
Yeah, right, you're me Bullseye the Owl.
John Denver.
As long as he needs me. Yeah. We're back to that, aren't we?
Bit of John Denver.
Yeah.
For Sherry, baby.
You know, one of my favourite ones is all my bags are packed, I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside your door. I hate to wake you up to say goodbye. Now the taxi's waiting, it's early morn. Something, he's blowing his horn. I've got the other thing. Already I'm so lonesome I could cry. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. Oh, my God, you got me. Yeah, I like that one.
Enid wants Pretty Woman.
How does it start again?
Pretty woman, walking down the street. Pretty woman, the kind I like to meet. Pretty woman,
I don't believe you.
You're not the truth. No one could look as good as you. Mercy. Mercy me.
Oh, I'll tell you what, here's the confusing thing. I did it twice. I've got 2 blue splodges at the side of my desk here because I put my black suit lid on my chipped sapphire. I didn't work it out the first time and I did it again the second time. Wouldn't you think? Pigeon would have worked that one out, wouldn't it? That little eagle there would have...
I'm saying nothing. You were really getting into your singing. That's the
Well,
problem.
what
You
the
know, there has to
problem
be a certain
was.
amount of concentration.
I need to, yeah. Well, there's never full concentration, Maria, in my head. You know, I'm always trying to hold things back like that, especially on the telly.
You know Debbie, head of your design team,
Deborah Durant.
Durant,
Yeah.
who's always got your back.
Yeah.
Come what may.
She's just so associated now.
She says it's not every owl that wears a monocle.
No, absolutely. It looks a bit
Rude.
extinguished, doesn't it?
Durant, rude.
Yeah, really.
Yep.
So what I'm doing is I'm adding a little bit of dark just underneath this eagle because I think rather than colour him, I'm just going to keep him like he's silhouette. Oh, blimey. And then that will do just to make him a bit more solid. And I'm also going to block in some of the dark on these mountains with that black soot again. So instead of where, you know, obviously I've said many times before, that when you're drawing for stamps, there's no grey. There's no grey areas, black and white, right? So what you've got to do is you have to cross-hatch or hatch, so lines basically to indicate shadow, but it doesn't look like painterly, whereas if you go over it with a bit of paint or ink, you lose that as much, and it looks a bit more softer, blended. So read the stamps, do that kind of thing. It's all good. And we can put a little bit more white in that moon with the gouache, and then we shall remove the thing and see what we've got. At the minute, a bit like not great, but hopefully it will get better. There it is. I was buying time there, Maria, could you tell?
Mm-hmm.
While I looked for and located, indeed.
Hi to Lee Walker.
Hi, Lee Walker.
Stan the man.
Stan the man. Loving that stamp thing, the squisher. I don't know what it's called. The stamp smoosher. Shall I show you the stamp smoosher?
Yes.
The stamp smoosher does this, right? You know, like if you've got like dexterity problems, I mean a bit.
Or weak wrists like I've got.
Yeah, right. So if you had a bit of cord, I've got everything on. So you've got your cord, and you've got your eagle, right like that. And it's a big stamp, you know the heavier stamps, you put them in, and you're doing this all over. Some
Press,
stamps are
press,
getting
press.
bigger. You use the stamp smoosher, like that, all over.
Yeah.
And it smooshes and it gets more even pressure all over the thing for you.
And I tell you what, it does the job really well.
Stand your man.
Stands your man. Stan, pop a link up, darling, for if you'd like to. If you'd like stamp to stan you on. If you'd like Stan or Lee to send you one, then give him a shout.
Yeah, cheers for mine. Really cool.
Yeah, he sent one through for Sheena to save her poor old wrists. And it works a treat.
Well, I'm too bendy, Maria.
You've got that bendy thing going on.
It's not right, is it?
No, look at those thumbs.
Yeah, and when I used to train, I used to be making a point like 0.123, and then I went point like whatever, and my fingers will do this kind of like, should happen, should it?
No, that's not right. No.
It's not good. It's not being so clever when you're little. It's like, but when you get like to my age, big trouble, I tell you. It's not a good thing. So we've got that there. Kind of lost his eye a little bit there, but just that little bit of white on there makes it look more moony, I think, don't you? Much more moony. And it's a good way to do clouds as well. So we'll just try that again. In fact, when I'm trying that, let's start removing, shall we? Now this should be easier because I didn't iron right to the edges, did I? Which was more sensible. But I don't usually do sensible, Maria, do I?
Not often.
No.
Tracy, I can highly recommend these things because my wrists hurt after doing lots of stamping, and tool is brilliant. He also does a keep tidy, doesn't he, for the scan and cut? That's amazing as well.
I need one for life. Stan, can you do something for like everything I need in my life, big enough for that? Because I need organisation on every single level there is to have, is there not?
Yeah, that's true.
So I've got ink places again because it's me. But that hopefully will give you an idea of what you can do there. Is that on camera?
It is on camera. And yes, Sherry Miller, Lee Walker makes these things. He's got like a 3D printer and he designed them and he makes them. So come on, Lee, stick us a link up on screen
Yeah, come on, Lee.
Or message Lee Walker directly via Facebook.
Yeah. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that, and I hope that's been useful for you, and I hope you've seen what you needed to see. It's just layering, it's having fun. Think of the distant things, the trees, think of things in the foreground with the flowers, and there's loads on these. I'm back on there. Hello. Straight the attention span. Oh yeah. So, just play. There's lots to play. To show you everything in the set would be on a week, wouldn't be enough. So, but that's the process, that's what you do. And please share, because the stuff we've seen so far is amazing. And ask, how many people ask questions on the Inkette, and how many great answers are put out there.
Fabulous, yeah, absolutely fabulous. Where's the first one you did again? Let's have a little.
Oh yeah, the lady.
A little look.
I've lost her. Come on.
A pretty lady. Oh, you were going to show people what to expect tomorrow. That means I've got to get up, doesn't it?
If you just bring about top 3 off each one, that will be enough, because just to show you what an idea if you can. I've got 4.
That'd be me getting up then.
You can pick like 3 off the top of each one. That's the lady again. There you go. Colourful. That was watercolours with salt. Just do the background, then stamp on top. There's only a couple of stamps used in that one. 3, because I did eyes. There's the eye stamp.
Onto your mat, Sheena, please.
Was I in the wrong place then? Had you put it back there? So you just saw me elbow in my hair?
Yeah.
Oh! God, sorry team. You know those lovely cards you made? Is this on the overhead now, Maria?
It's on the overhead, yeah.
Okay, let me show you. This is, you know the Spirit of Nature selection. This is a birdie themed one. So there's 4 of them, and I love the little blackbird. It is, and there's a song for that as well by the Beatles, the Fab Four. And so this is a gorgeous sample here that I'm not going to name check, because I'll do that tomorrow. No, I will name check. But I haven't got everybody's cards here, because we've got this was just an impromptu. Oh, look what I've done, Pamela. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's Pamela's, it's gorgeous. But look, you see it's mandalas and then the little bird. This is really cool. I'm loving this one. Charming. This is Amanda. Absolutely charming, Amanda. Look at that. And she's used acetate, but she's used the frame as like to cut out in things. There's so much you can do with these mandalas effect things. And then check this out. This is with the craft card, Debbie. So Debbie's created that frame and inset the thing and then brought that. I love that. Isn't that stunning? Aren't these gorgeous?
Absolutely stunning.
Let me show you some more. We've got the robin. So for Christmas, if you're getting ready for the festivities, we have the robin coming up. We've got a few robin. That one there. This one from Pamela on the craft card.
And the girls are all sharing these at the moment.
Yes, absolutely.
Photos of them at least on Sheena's Inkette's group.
Beautiful. Yeah. Again, craft card. So other ideas. Is that Lisa's? No, it's a mystery one. No name. The card with no name. Right, then we've got, the peacock. I love the peacock. Strutting his stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. Stand out and be proud. So the idea of the peacock is I didn't draw the full peacock tail, started it, but faded out. So this mandala becomes the magic of the peacock's tail, the mandala. So he merges in with the mandala. And then look at this with the gold. Beautiful. And then another one here with the gold embossing. And then finally, now this is the famous grouse Christmas advert.
Yeah.
Do.
Oh,
do,
yeah.
do. So that reminds you of that?
Yeah.
But it reminds you of that. But it's like the pheasant there. Because I just wanted it. The colours are beautiful in them, and I love the feather mandala to make it something different. And for men's cards as well, and especially if there's like a whiskey drinker as well, it'd be perfect for that. Don't let life ruffle your feathers. I see not. It doesn't have to be just a traditional, mandala either. Yeah, check it out. So that's giving you a taste. So 1:30 tomorrow. If you can be there, I'd love you to be. So I'm going to love you and leave you for now. I think we've packed quite a bit in, don't you think? Am I on that camera or this camera now?
You're on this one now.
Thank you very much. So cheers everybody, and I know a lot of you couldn't watch it live because of the timing, because we had to bring it forward. But if you can comment anyway, if you're watching it later, and let me know if it was useful to you. For me and my lovely technical assistant,
Thank you.
Ever silent technical assistant. And yes, thank you. And we will see you again, and we'll hopefully see you tomorrow, 1:30. See you then.
Bye, folks.
Thank you.